Hello everyone, welcome to Students Point. This is 28th of March and we will cover all the important current affairs of the day. First, let us see question for the day. You have to answer this question in the comment section, and on weekend we will see how many of you were the most consistent in answering all the questions correctly throughout the week. Here is the question. Ghati Gaon Wildlife Sanctuary is located in which state? So these are the options. Read the options and then answer. Let's begin. The first question. Rashtriya Vayosri Yojana is a scheme of which ministry? So this Rashtriya Vayosri Yojana is a scheme of Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. Here B is the right answer. And this scheme was launched in 2017 and it aims to provide aids and assistive living devices to senior citizens belonging to BPL, that is below poverty line, and those who are suffering from age related disabilities like low vision, low hearing capacity and other disabilities. And it is a central sector scheme which is funded from the Senior Citizens Welfare Fund. This fund was created in 2016 and this scheme was launched in 2017. So remember the ministry, the year of its beginning, and it is a central sector scheme. And this scheme is being implemented by Alimco, that is Artificial Limbs Manufacturing Corporation of India. I repeat it, Artificial Limbs Manufacturing Corporation of India, and it is a public sector undertaking under Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. Next question. Kanha National Park is located in which state? So this Kanha National Park is located in MP, that is Madhya Pradesh. Madhya Pradesh is continuously in news because of political disturbance going on there, because of resignation of several MLAs of Congress party and their joining of Bharatiya Janata Party, and the issue of 10th schedule, that is anti-defection law. We have already discussed about anti-defection law which is mentioned in 10th schedule of the constitution in detail few days back. And this national park, to be precise, located in Maikal range of Satpura Hills in MP. Next question. Consider the following statements about ibuprofen. Focus here. Ibuprofen is an anti-inflammatory drug. This statement is correct. It is an anti-inflammatory drug and it is a non-steroid, is used for relief from joint pain, migraine, fever, body ache and even pain during menstrual cycle. This statement is also correct. So here again C is the right answer. Why this is in news? Because recently WHO has advised patients suffering from COVID-19 like symptoms, that is coronavirus like symptoms, to avoid the anti-inflammatory drug ibuprofen because these make patients more vulnerable to COVID-19. Next question. Consider the following statements about Tejas aircraft. Tejas aircraft is a light combat aircraft indigenously designed by Aircraft Development Agency, that is ADA of DRDO. So this statement is correct. You have to focus here that it is a light combat aircraft indigenously designed and it is designed by ADA, not manufactured by ADA. You may confuse between its designed agency and agency which manufactured it. It is manufactured by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. In short, it is known as HAL, but it is designed by ADA, Aircraft Development Agency. So here C is the right answer. And Defense Acquisition Council has recently cleared acquisition of 83 indigenous Tejas fighter aircraft for Indian Air Force. And Defense Acquisition Council is the highest decision making body in the Defense Ministry for deciding on new policies, capital acquisition for the three services which include Army, the Navy and the Indian Air Force, and also the Indian Coast Guard. So Defense Acquisition Council is the final decision maker or final body which gives approve for acquisition of any capital assets for all the three armed forces as well as for Indian Coast Guard. And this DSC is chaired by Finance Minister of India. Next question. Innovate for an Accessible India campaign is launched by, so this has been launched by Microsoft India in association with NASCOM Foundation. So here D is the right answer. Remember this name, Innovate for an Accessible India campaign, launched by Microsoft India and NASCOM Foundation. And the campaign is supported by Department of Empowerment of Persons with Disabilities, and this department comes under Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. It is also supported by Department of Science and Tech, which comes under Ministry of Science and Technology, and National Research and Education Network under Ministry of Electronics. This was a previous day question. Classical languages are listed in which schedule of the Indian Constitution? So these are listed in 8th schedule of the Indian Constitution, and as of now there are total 6 languages which are listed as classical in India. Next question. Consider the following statements about Small Farmers Agribusiness Consortium. A Small Farmer Agribusiness Consortium is an autonomous society promoted by the Ministry of Agriculture, Cooperation and Farmers Welfare. This statement is correct. This is an autonomous society which comes under Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. And it is a pioneer in organizing small and marginal farmers as farmer interest groups and farmer producer organization, that is FPOs. We have also discussed FPOs, but we will see about FPOs later on. So here again both these statements are correct. C is the right answer. So basically a Small Farmers Agribusiness Consortium is responsible for organizing farmers into FPOs, that is farmer producer organization. And why it was in news? Because recently APEDA and SFAC, that is a Small Farmers Agribusiness Consortium, has signed an MOU to bring in better synergy in agriculture activities. So all the FPOs which are organized by SFAC will be linked to export chain which is promoted by APEDA, and APEDA comes under Ministry of Commerce while SFAC comes under Ministry of Agriculture. Next question. Consider the following statements about real-time train information system. This question is really very important. Focus here. Real-time train information system. It is executed by Center for Railway Information System, that is CRIS, in collaboration with ISRO. This is correct. It is executed by CIRS in association with ISRO, which is the Space Agency of India. And RTIS enables automatic acquisition of train movement timings at the stations. This is also correct. It will automatically give data on current location of the train and the arrival time as well as departure time. So here both these statements are correct. C is the right answer. And it is extremely handy for emergency messaging from locomotive to control center. It will help in faster response in case of any breakdown or disaster. And the real-time data of RTIS is also linked with NTES, that is National Train Inquiry System. Those who have traveled from railways and have looked their train status on this site must be knowing about this site, National Train Inquiry System. So all the data of RTIS will be shared with this link so that people and passenger may get all the real-time data about trains movement and their live locations more precisely. Next question. Which article of the Constitution provides for establishment and constitution of Supreme Court? See, Supreme Court is under criticism because the former Chief Justice of India, who was the 46th Chief Justice of India, Ranjan Gogoi, has accepted the membership of Rajya Sabha, which goes against the principle of impartiality of the judges of the Supreme Court. So here is a question. Which article of the Constitution provides for establishment and constitution of Supreme Court? So establishment and constitution of Supreme Court of India is mentioned in Article 124 of the Indian Constitution, and Supreme Court is mentioned in Part 5 of the Indian Constitution in Chapter 4 from Article 124 to Article 147. Remember the part 5th of the Indian Constitution from Article 124 to Article 147. And Supreme Court of India consists of a Chief Justice of India and other judges, and number of these judges is prescribed by Parliament. Original Constitution provided for 7 judges, but with subsequent passage of law by Parliament, the number of judges has been increased to 30 along with the Chief Justice of India. And this Article 124 provides that every judge of the Supreme Court shall be appointed by the President of India by warrant under his hand and seal. And he appoints judges of Supreme Court based on recommendation of collegium. You must have heard about collegium. Collegium is a group of 5 judges. These 5 judges include the Chief Justice of India and 4 senior most judges. They recommend the name of the judges and then they are appointed by President of India. And as I told, these are mentioned in part 5 chapter 4 from article 124 to 147. Let's see some more facts. Kishangarh, which is a city of Rajasthan and also called as Marble City of India, has been connected with Indore under RCS Udan scheme. You must have heard about Udan scheme. Udan scheme is an regional air connectivity scheme which aims to enable citizens of the country to get or travel through airways at affordable cost. So if you find the video useful, don't forget to like it, subscribe to the channel, answer the question in the comment section and wait for the next video. Till then, stay safe and thanks a lot.